Good morning. Nice sunny Melbourne morning this morning. The sun is out after quite a few days actually. I live in country Victoria, so that's a beautiful background. The reason that we still have these hills and mountains to look for. But yeah, the sun is out, the weather is quite nice, getting a bit warmer now. But yeah, this morning I have decided to make strong ginger tea for myself and to bask in the sun at the same time. So I thought, you know what, I'll record this video, share the recipe with you guys of how I prefer my tea to be. This is the Indian way of doing, what we call as chai in the morning. So yeah, I thought I'll share the recipe with you guys in terms of how I like my tea. Some people like it too strong, some people don't like it too strong, some like it milky, not too milky. There's different kinds of teas that you'll find all over India or even in the Indian subcontinent for that reason. But yeah, really excited to show you how I make my own tea and prefer to drink it as well. So let's dive straight into it. Okay, so to begin, we'll first turn on the induction that we've got here, and I'll just put my kettle. Now, how much ever tea you want to make, you just have to make sure you add that cup of water. So I'm making this amount of tea, so whatever cup size that you'll be using, you just have to add that much of water. So I'm just going to add some water to the kettle. Just make sure that the settings are set to water, and we'll wait until the water starts boiling. Now once your water starts boiling a little, which it almost has, what we'll do is add half an inch of ginger is what I prefer. Now I like my tea to be strong gingery, and I'll talk to you about the tea powder when I add it in, but for time being I'm just going to drop this chunk of ginger that I've already crushed using a grater. You can even use a mortar and pestle to just mash the ginger a bit and then add it into the water. So once the ginger is in the water, you just have to pretty much wait for the ginger to boil. Now tea, I reckon, recently, I've heard that, in an Indian household, I reckon, you could do a million other things, but your day should start with a chai, a hot cup of chai in the morning. And chai has different meanings actually in Australia, but the Indian way of doing it is just gives you that kick, I reckon. Coffee is equally good. I love coffee, die-hard coffee fan, and of course I should be because I live in Melbourne, Victoria. But just making sure that I get my cup of hot tea in the morning just sets the day right, I reckon. So the ginger has started boiling now. I'll just give it another minute. The reason I am saying that is because when the ginger is boiling, it actually leaves its flavors and the water all becomes gingery. So I like my tea to be strong ginger. But the next what I'm going to add is the tea powder, and a very little tea powder just to make sure that it gets the color that it needs. So I'm just going to add a small teaspoon of tea powder just until it gets its like a blackish kind of color, like brownish black color. I don't like it like the tea powder to cook in the pot for a long time because it then starts making it stronger. I prefer my tea a bit milder on the the tea powder side of things, but a lot stronger on the ginger side of things. So I keep the ginger for a minute or two maybe, but the tea powder stays in for about 15-20 seconds. Once the ginger is done, I'll just quickly add 1 teaspoon of sugar. So not a lot, so don't like it too sweet, but also don't like it too bland because you need to have a little sweet taste to it. So that's what I've done. And like I said, let's let it mix it all together, give it about 30 seconds, and then I'll add in the milk. Now I'm using the locally sourced Coles milk that we get, and how much milk am I adding is it really depends on, as soon as you love the chai color is you stop adding the milk, right? So I just add this color here, and I'll just quickly take a look, and I'm quite impressed with how the color is now. So I wouldn't add too much of milk. Just enough. Again, I don't like my tea to be too milky. I like it gingery and a bit watery. So those are the two elements of it. Not too tea powdery, like strong in terms of the tea powder, or milky. So just enough, lightly browned, tea. And yeah, so once it starts boiling, now I don't leave it boiling for too long, right? So we don't want tea to boil so that the tea powder then again starts actioning. We have to stop it as soon as you see the first boil. I just pretty much turn it off. Yeah, and now let's pour the tea and see how it has turned out. Okay, I just quickly got rid of the induction because it was using up a lot of space on my table here. But here I've got the cup. It's a beautiful cup, by the way. It's a transparent cup, but it's got like a house, I think it is. It's quite lovely, as you can see. It's a new cup. I did not bring it just for the sake of the video. I actually loved it. So, you know, that's the funny thing. But let's start pouring our tea now to see how it has turned out to be. So I'm going to just quickly give it a quick swirl and then let's pour it in. And see, now everything has come together, and look at the brown color here. It's quite nice and beautiful. And let's now sip that tea. Wow, I mean, you know, I shouldn't be praising this tea for myself, but honestly, if you try the exact same recipe for the exact same times, please do let me know, in the comments below that how did you like the tea that you've just made. I really like it. Like I said, if you like the tea to be a bit stronger, let the tea powder boil for a lot longer. If you like less ginger, put less ginger if you want. But this is the tea that I prefer, watery, not too milky, strong ginger flavors in there to give you that kick in the morning to, set your day right. And yeah, not too much strong aroma of the tea powder, which I don't like, honestly. There you go, that's the tea. Let's enjoy the view back there. Enjoy the tea. Sun is out, nice. Enjoy the day, have a good one. Yeah, and see you in the next one. Cheers.